Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mugen Lord here, and all I have to say is that Babylon Fall has officially fall. Now, before we dive into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, and also hit that bell to be notified for more RPG news and updates in the near future. So let us dive right into it. Today, I want to talk about Babylon Fall. Babylon Fall is a action RPG live service game developed by Platinum Games and published by Square Enix themselves. And when this game was first revealed, I was already skeptical about it. I wasn't really too enthused about the art style and the character designs and how the overall package looked when it was announced at a press event. Now, you know how I am. I'm always willing to give things a chance as I get more information and as I see more trailers on it. And the game was pretty much hidden under wraps. Not many people knew what to expect from the game, and it was very little information. People was really hyped about it was because Platinum Games is known for creating some high profile, most recognizable action RPGs, and I think, to me, in my opinion, I think they are the best developers when it comes to action RPG or anything that's action based. They just get the formula right, and they're just so addictive. So there's a reason why people would have high hopes for Babylon Fall, but for me, I wasn't having it. And I just think that also has a lot to do with Square Enix and their track record when it comes to, you know, creating new IP or just working on other games. Perfect example, like the Avengers. When it comes to live service games, Square Enix is just not good at it. Live service games just does not work for them at all. The game had pretty much launched the 3rd of March of this year, actually, and essentially just recently, not too long ago, they had pretty much made an announcement that they will be closing servers February 2023. The game hasn't even been up that long, and they acknowledged the failures of this game, and deservingly so. The game is just bad overall. A lot of people complained about the glitches, the cosmetics, the pricing, and this was Platinum Games' first time ever creating a live service game, and you can really tell they didn't know how to approach this. And it kind of hurts seeing that Platinum Games create such a stinker, because, like I said, Platinum Games is highly revered when it comes to their games, you know, and a lot of people was willing to give it a chance and really pretty much felt betrayed by it. And the writing was pretty much on the wall when the demo came out. Every content creator had pretty much made an impression video about the demo and pretty much trashed it. And I just had to look at the trailer and already knew from the jump that the game wasn't going to do it great at all. So what can we learn from this? What can we learn from Babylon Fall, you know, as a live service game? And what does this mean for Platinum Games in the near future, and even Square Enix themselves? And that's something that I really wanted to look farther into, because Platinum Games, despite them making great games, Platinum Games is looking to diversify their profile when it comes to creating all different sorts of genres of games. You know, they want to stick to the action RPGs or just stick to the action aspects of what they're known for, but they also want to increase their portfolio, and they felt as though that creating a live service game would be something that they really wanted to focus on in the near future and create numerous of very different live services game. And in my opinion, live services, I think, is the worst thing that ever happened to the gaming industry, because it pretty much enabled the developers to pretty much, you know, create a game that's incomplete, has no content, bare bones from launch, and they pretty much have the consumers and the community themselves alpha test and beta test the game all the way up until the game is finally realized to its full potential, or what it was essentially supposed to be if the developers have actually put in their time into it. And I think what really convinced a lot of developers to actually keep continuing to do this, as far as live service is concerned, is that people continue to invest in it. People continue to just throw out their money on cosmetics or expansion packs and every other type of model that they have with the live service. But most importantly, developers look at examples of games like Genshin Impact, and also look at games like Destiny. These are two games and I would call them outliers, took the industry by storm, you know. And also we can't forget about Warframe. Warframe's another live service game that works out pretty fine for everybody, and they look at these type of games and they try to cash in on it as well. You know, what developer wouldn't want to do that? You know, you can create one game and you can have that game run for about 10 years, like about a decade. It's the same old game. It can make you millions and millions upon millions of dollars, and you can constantly keep making it, and you don't even have to update the game. You just put out expansions, and you can just work that game and just bleed that game in its consumers as much as possible. But Babylon Fall, to me, in my opinion, is amongst many other failures when it comes to live services. We can look at Anthem as a perfect example. Anthem was another game, action RPG looter shooter that really failed the audience, failed the community, that didn't deliver what it was supposed to deliver, you know. And it failed, and no matter how much the developers tried to, you know, reclaim or build credibility, it just didn't work out. And Babylon Fall falls amongst those lists of failures for live services, and I really hope that this doesn't tarnish the reputation for Platinum Games. I want them to learn their lesson, but I don't want them to pretty much crash and burn, because they make good games. I'm still looking forward to Grand Blue Fantasy Relink side games with the combat system. So I would love to see how that game turns out at the end of the day, and I look forward to whatever new projects they have in the works, you know. But it just didn't work. Now, as far as Square Enix is concerned, Square Enix, what have they learned from this? Well, in my opinion, I think they pretty much learned a lot, because, you know, right after that, and after selling off the Avengers and Crystal Dynamics catalog of games, it looks like that Square Enix wants to stick to their strength. And what's their strength? Well, at a press conference at GameSpot, they had also said that Square Enix plan on its cross-media strategy for future and previews. They want to work on creating a heavy lineup of RPGs to pretty much aim at the hardcore crowd. Yes, the crowd that pretty much uplifted them, that supported them from day one when it came to some of the high-profile RPGs that they made back in the day, you know. And I think we're starting to see that reflection with all these releases that Square Enix have been putting out for almost the whole entire year, you know. And the lineup is just crazy. We still got Star Ocean Divine Force, we got Valkyrie Elysium, we have the DioField Chronicles, we have Front Mission Remake coming out, we have a whole bunch of games from these guys. Alive Remake is still looking like one of my game of the years for 2022. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still loving it. I love every aspect of it, even though I completed the game. And then, of course, we still can't forget about next year. We still have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We also have the Crisis Core Reunion. So it seems like they finally had waken up in some regards that, hey, let's just stick to what we've been doing, and let's just create high-profile JRPGs. Let's just put RPGs. Let's just stick to that. Let's stop experimenting. You know, let's leave the Avengers alone. Let's leave Guardians of the Galaxy alone. Let's just leave all these other IPs alone and just stick to what people love about us, and that's JRPGs. So I just hope that this is something that Square Enix just learn from and cater to people like me, who's always been there for them. Continue to put out those hot profile JRPGs, some AA JRPGs. That's all I want from Square Enix. I want nothing else from them. And I think the next game that's going to prove to be mediocre at best, or end up being a total dud, and that game I'm referring to is Forspoken. It's something, that game, I'm telling you right now, that game is not going to do well. If anything, it may just be mediocre. But I have no high hopes of this. I hope this is the game that's pretty much be the nail in the coffin for them to just stick to what they know best, and that's just JRPGs. None of this other nonsense that they've been working on for the past couple of years. I want Square Enix to pretty much reclaim its throne as far as being the king of JRPGs, and hopefully they would deliver on that. And hopefully Platinum Games, that you learned from Babylon Fall of what not to do again, and just leave live service games alone. So that pretty much wraps up this video. If you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because it definitely helps me out in the algorithm. And as I said before, hit that bell to be notified so you can get all the latest news and updates to upcoming RPGs on this channel. This is Mugen Lord signing off. I'll see you Game Fiends later. Peace out.